Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Gekokujo 2.1. Now, when we left off, we had just scouted Edo, and we had also captured Kawago Castle for the likes of the Beartilde Shogunate, of course. And we have now seen that Lady Marisa is around Odawara. She has been attempting to defend against the likes of the vassals from the Hojo clan, and has been a little unsuccessful in terms of this particular village being looted. However, I believe she has a couple of our vassals following her, and that is great. So, we have branched off by ourselves with 186 Chosakabe units only, and we will now level up these fellows just before we head in to siege the nearby castle, which is Kuri, of course. So, we are going to be battering down the gates as quickly as we can. And, oh my, as you can see here, we have a war between the Uesugi clan and the Date clan. Now, Lord Musashi is accompanying Lady Marisa as well, so that's good. And we will now lead our soldiers in an assault, and hope that our vassals do an incredible job at defending and or attacking, because I'm hoping maybe they will see fit to attempt a siege on Edo, because goodness knows I'm not entirely pleased with actually doing it myself, because there are over, I believe, 800 units there, and with 186, I'm not entirely sure whether that would be a very wise move at all. So I can only hope that we would be able to potentially take that at some point, but I'm hoping that what we can do initially with the Hojo clan is to surround them on all sides. And that is, of course, going to entail taking all of their castles, as many as we can get, and then heading into Edo once we have bolstered their defenses as well at the castles, and then head on. So yes, I'm hoping that that is going to be our plan for now, and that is, of course, if nothing else happens, like one of the other factions decides to declare war against us, because you never know. We could indeed fight a couple of wars on each front, because our vassals are rather strong, and well, you've seen Shogun Beartilde in combat. He is not necessarily the greatest, but he's not the worst either, I suppose. And we can just hope that we'll be able to pull that off. It seems like a rather sound strategy. However, as you know, sometimes my strategies do not pan out as I intended them. So yes, we'll just try and take out as many of these guys as we can, and then head on to the next level of the siege. And I'm thinking what will hopefully happen here is, if we are able to take this, well, I'm quite confident that we will be able to take this, but if we are, then I am hoping it will be able to lure the vassals from the garrison at Edo and lure them here, and hopefully that will weaken the garrison enough for our vassals to take an opportunity and capitalize on it. So that is my thinking on that. Hopefully it will be correct. However, of course, Kuri Castle is quite far away from Edo, and I'm thinking maybe they would realize that that is what I am attempting to do, and I am actually getting surrounded here, which is not a good thing. So, let's try to get down here, shall we? Yes, block all of their attacks, thank you very much. Whoa, okay, that's what happens when you talk and fight at the same time. Yes, you lose a little bit of concentration right there, and in my case, a lot of concentration. Oh yes, okay, come on, let's do this. Take that guy down. No, how dare you. He got some fleeting damage on me there, 5 damage. And I'm just hoping we can clear out the archer nest, because at the moment we are losing quite a few to veteran gunners. And that would be... whoa, okay. Not too nice. Take him out, and I think we will switch to our bow for these fellows. Take him out. Do it. Yes, don't get shot. Yeah, there we are. Phew. Okay, that was close. Anything else around here? No. Okay, good. They've already cleaned out the archery nest on that other side as well, it appears. And now we have a couple of other archers over there. Let's do it. Oh. Yeah, there we are. Nice headshot. And, oh, he dodged it. He has the reflexes of a mongoose. Oh, yes. Ah, okay. It appears that I am just wasting arrows trying to shoot those fellows. I will leave the work to the Chosakabe elite archers. Oh no. Come on fellows, we can do this. Now, I would like to know where my companions are, because they are apparently my royal guard, but it appears that they have abandoned me. Oh, never mind. It appears that Mei Ling is just in front of us here, so that's not too bad. And George is doing an incredible job, as you can see there. He just got a triple kill. Wow, let's hope he doesn't get taken out now. It's always very sad and disappointing when one of our companions gets taken down. And is that it? Really? Okay, whoa, okay. I was not expecting us to win that so soon, but it appears we were able to take out all of the enemy's units. They seem to bolster their defenses mainly at the beginning, so that may have been their downfall. Okay, well, I suppose it would be a good idea to take many of these rescued prisoners, and I did see that there was a vassal close to us, so maybe we'll be able to take him on in a field battle, because of course we haven't really done a field battle in quite some time, and it might be a rather nice change of pace. So let's just take as much loot as we can, of course, and then head on. Of course, I do need to decide who gets this castle. Now, I believe that Gonosuke and I believe it was Sesai, perhaps, did reduce their relation quite a bit with me a while ago. So let's do that. Okay, who is it? Musashi. Musashi needs some relation, and I believe Gonosuke... Oh, Gonosuke is not too bad, actually. Okay, so Musashi is going to be awarded the next fief that we acquire. There we are. Okay, so that is garrisoned with Shimazu units. Not bad at all. And as you can see, my tactic is not necessarily working yet, because the Hojo clan has expanded to Choshi, which was originally a Satomi clan fief, I believe, maybe? Yeah, I think it might have been. And they were taken out of the fight, by the looks of things. It seems they are no longer in the game, thanks to the Hojo clan, so yeah, I suppose what they needed to do was expand or die in that term. So, okay, well, oh, okay, here we go. There are the vassals that I was talking about. There are quite a few of them, I must admit. They are all heading towards Konadai Castle, which is rather strange. I would think that they would charge straight at us. We are not necessarily having too overwhelming numbers, because they do have, let's see here, 124, and that is 26, 36, and 81, and I think there is someone else there. Yes, 18, so they might have around 200, which is relatively similar, so maybe they will see fit to engage upon us. However, they seem to be running away, so maybe that will be their death sentence. Let us head over there, and they might be heading to the town. That would be a little disappointing, I must admit. Maybe we should take that... Oh my. Okay, well, there's a lot of units there. I'm not entirely sure whether that would be very tactically sound, but you never know. We might be able to deal some damage, and there's a Satake clan vassal. Wow, okay. Well, maybe we will take Choshi then instead, and, whoa, 66,000 mon added to the treasury. Very nice indeed. And let's just see here. Shall we take these guys on? I think we should take them on. There we are. Wow, he has 30 relation with us? Really? I had no idea. Maybe we can try to persuade him next time around we see him, if we are able to let him go, that is, because of course then he would be more likely to join us with a high relation. But yes, it would be rather nice. I think what I might do is, if I'm able to take Choshi, I might actually decide to defer an appointment to a lord and just keep it as a neutral stronghold, so that if any enemy vassal wants to defect to us, then I will welcome them with open arms. That would be rather nice. Now, let's just make sure that we actually have a good strategy here, because one of you did actually give me some very nice tips in the comments, and it was a rather long message, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to remember this on the fly, because of course I do not really write these things down, for whatever reason. I'm pretty terrible in that regard, but let us just hope that we'll be able to do just that. So, now, I do have 7 cavalry, so I think what was the majority of your message is that you need to use a little bit more cavalry, and I have failed to do that just yet. So what I will be doing is, the next retainers that level up, I will be making into mounted retainers, and they will eventually obviously become mounted officers, perhaps? That would be rather nice. So I think we'll do that next time around, of course, and we'll get our infantry in front of our archers just to protect them. And then maybe what we want to do is, as you stated, or at least suggested in that comment, is to take our cavalry units and our royal guard. We may as well. They are on horses as well, so let's do that. And to try to distract the enemy so that they are completely destroyed by our archers. I think that might be a good idea. So, yes, I mean, it sounded incredibly impressive in the comments, so let's try to get that done, shall we? Let's try to get our archers a little bit closer as well, so that they can be a little bit more effective. And now let us charge in, and hopefully not take too much damage as a result. Yes, there we are. All of our forces are doing a pretty good job, I must admit. And now we will turn back around and get our archers over there. Oh, it appears that the enemy's forces might be attempting a flanking maneuver in terms of their cavalry units at least. And that was a terrible attack on my part, but we might be able to deal them some damage, perhaps? Oh, a little bit, not too much. Maybe we can interrupt them a little bit, though, with the help of our own cavalry. Okay, well, there we are. Oh, it appears that they are now charging in, so let us charge our infantry in, and our archers will hopefully be able to clean up the rest. Oh, yes. So, I think I see what kind of tactic you were going for when you were explaining it to me in the comments, and I'm hoping that once I have a little more cavalry, we will be able to be more efficient with it. So I'm hoping I lived up to it, a little bit at least, in this small maneuver. There we are. Nice damage right there. And I suppose it does help that the Chosokabe clan is incredibly good with both infantry and with archers. I'm not entirely sure whether they have Hatamoto mounted units? I don't really know whether you can get those. I need to have a look at the troop tree, I think. I haven't had a look at those for quite some time, so I think it might be an idea to do that. Come on, the last enemy. Let's take him down. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I missed that. Well, there we are. I suppose the honor will go to one of our Chosokabe retainers, or actually will it? Aha, it appears that there are still 4 enemies remaining. So let us take them on. Oh, it appears that they are villager recruits and watchmen, so I don't think I really need to worry about that too much. And there we are, taken out by some elite archers. There we go, 7 morale is our reward. We need the morale because, of course, we are fielding a rather large army, so that would be nice. And we did actually lose 9 units, however, they are all wounded, so that's not too bad. Okay, so it appears that there are still 3 units remaining, and I will be cutting away until we have vanquished them. Okay, so there we are. I was able to deal the final killing blow to the Hojo mounted officer that was giving our units the runaround. So there we are. We eventually took him down, and I will be letting this fellow go because I'm hoping that we will be able to convince him to join us in the future. Or at least he will be able to defect to us, and he will hopefully feel that we are a good faction to join, considering we do own half of the map, so why not? And there are 3 additional mounted units, and a couple of other things leveled up as well. Not bad. Now, George did get taken out in that battle, so we do need to rest up a little bit so that he can join us in the upcoming siege. So, I think what I will be doing is, if there are no other... I think it might be a little bit below us, perhaps, to take on forces of such a small number, because, of course, we do outnumber them rather considerably, and I don't really think that that would be too honourable to do that. So, we will be heading back to Odawara, and I will rest up so that George can get some much-needed beauty sleep, and we will just pass by and scout here once again. 274, okay. That's actually not too bad now, because that fellow with the 124 units has left, so maybe that would be a good idea. And this is a little worrying, I must admit. The truce between the Beartilde Shogunate and the Oda clan has expired. Well, it might, in actual fact, be better to head back to Kyoto and... Is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. Okay, and try to conduct a non-aggression treaty with them once again. So maybe that would be a better idea. I think it might be, actually. So I think I will head back there, and once I am back, I will see you then. Okay, so we have finally arrived at Kyoto, and not before one of the Hojo vassals has declared a siege against Odawara, and unfortunately I was 3/4 of the way here by the time he did that, so I was not able to turn back and, well, defend it in time, although it has not been taken yet, so we may still have an opportunity to do so. However, I believe that Lord Sesai will probably turn up and defend it. Now, the reason I was cutting away here and not while I was talking to Tojiko is the fact that Lord Takagi can be spoken to, and I'm hoping, yes he is defecting to us, so I am very pleased to accept his pledge, that is for sure. So there we are, he has now become one of our vassals, and I will be awarding him a small village to start with. So, I wish to grant one of our vassals. Oh, okay, Sakai, I believe that is a town, so I won't be doing that just yet. Okay, how about one of these? These are all unassigned, so I think that might be quite nice. Okay, Sayama, I believe that will probably be quite good. Let's give him that, and who is going down in relation now? Everyone. Oh, they don't really like him by the looks of things, oh no. Okay, well, Musashi can probably use one, but I will be giving this fellow one more village. Ashiya, there we are. Not too bad. Good, okay, that seems fine. And now, I want to dispatch an emissary to Great Lord Oda, and I would like to sign a trade agreement with him. Yes. Or that I want him to help me and attack the Hojo clan. Oh, that might be an idea. Ooh. Well, I don't really want him. I would like the entire Oda clan to help us, but I think they are probably fighting a war on their own fronts. So, I think we'll want to sign a trade agreement for now. We'll send George. There we are. And I think we might also want to conclude a non-aggression treaty as well. So we'll send Kaguya or Mei Ling. I think Mei Ling might be a little bit more persuasive, so let's send her. And there we are. Now all we can do, I suppose, is wait and see. So I will be cutting away, and hopefully we will get the news rather soon. Okay, so we have George returning to us, and hopefully he will... Okay. It appears that Great Lord Oda is not willing to sign a trade agreement, which is rather unfortunate, I must admit. However, I believe Mei Ling will be returning soon, and hopefully she will return with better news. Yes. I'm thinking maybe what we needed to do, instead of sending the trade agreement first, I think we might have wanted to get a non-aggression treaty going first and then a trade agreement, as that would probably shore up our trust with the Oda clan a little bit more. So yeah, that probably would have been a better idea in hindsight. And oh my goodness, I have a bad feeling about this. I have a feeling that Great Lord Oda is going to be declaring war against us soon. Oh, he is a very devious man indeed. Well, maybe not, but okay. Let's just hope that he is not going to declare war against us. If so, then we might have a couple of issues. Now, the one thing that I must say is that... What is going on here? That is a little strange. Odawara was taken by the Hojo clan, but for some reason it has been taken back. I can only assume that one of our vassals was able to take it back, and that in turn makes me very proud of them. So yes, and it appears that Kawago Castle has been besieged by Lord Inamata of the Hojo clan as well. So I think what I will be doing now is ending this episode off here, and next time on Gekokujo 2.1 I will be heading back to the Hojo territories, and I will make an attempt to siege and capture Edo once and for all. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.